Freddy's the man of your dreams. If you dream in dial-up, that is. Today we're going to be having a look at the Funko Pop 8-bit. This is a Nightmare on Elm Street figure number 22, Freddy Krueger. Let's figure out how tall Freddy Krueger stands. We'll put the tape measure right. I think that's a safe place. The Pop 8-bit Freddy Krueger stands at 4.6 inches, or in centimeters, you're looking at 11.7 centimeters. Here is what he looks like next to 8-bit Jason, previously looked at 8-bit release. I still like these. Normally, I'm not a big fan of Funko Pop. You know that. Everybody knows that. I think that's been broadcasted across the interweb. But I do specifically like these. I think it's just their 8-bit pixelized treatment that makes it so gosh darn appealing for me. As you can see, though, he is a little bit taller than Jason Voorhees. A lot of that obviously can be chalked up to the fact that he's got this hat that looks like he's actually been built out of Lego. That hat, that is, or really all of Freddy, they look like they've been built out of little Lego bricks. Still, though, it does make him a little bit taller than one Jason Voorhees. There's the back of the figures right there. It's a really interesting experience holding these, and until you actually have one in hand, it's really the hardest thing to describe. But holding it, it does feel like it's comprised of bricks, almost as if I could just break off the arm and it'd be made up of individual bricks. So I have to resist the temptation to simply want to take off his hand, because that would involve me actually breaking it, and that's no good. As best as I can describe it, he's got the trademark traditional Freddy Krueger stripings right across the sleeve, so we can rule out it's not Freddy Krueger from the first Nightmare on Elm Street, probably like part 3 or so, or insert basically any Freddy Krueger after that point. Fedora is brown. Slacks are what appears to be the same brown, and he's got a lighter shade of brown in his little shoes here, little booties. What I do really like about him, though, above and beyond for the fact I do think they did a good job of pixelizing his burn marks, incorporating a little bit of the darker orange with the lighter, almost creamsicle orange. Of course, he's got his eyes, his eyebrows, and his nose, but that's not the thing that what I really like about it. What I really like about it is his glove. He's almost sort of waving at you. Hello, he says to people he has encountered in his dreams, or in their dreams. I don't know why I like that so much. I look at it and I chuckle aloud. Ha 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 ha. Old Freddy Krueger's waving at you with his pixelized glove. It doesn't really get any bit better than that. Or does it? Because Freddy Krueger, much like Jason, is also being released, or was released, in the NES colors as well, which, a little FYI, 411 if you will. We're going to be having a look at those in upcoming videos, so you can stay tuned for those. Despite for the fact that he does also have relatively small feet, Freddy Krueger has absolutely no problem standing. It's not a case where he needs a display stand or anything like that, or really, for that matter, Jason Voorhees didn't also need a display stand. Small feet, and yet still managing to stand perfectly fine. They haven't really done a whole lot of these pixelized 8-bit renditions of these characters. Ones that stand out in my mind currently are the Xenomorph. I would definitely like to pick that one up. Normally, I find I'm so struggled with the idea that normally I don't like Pop, and yet somehow making them pixelized makes them really cool. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that, although I do like old 8-bit games, sometimes preferring those over to the super high graphics, super high resolution games of today's years. Maybe that's why I gravitate a little bit more towards these. He is a little on the heavier side. There's some weight to him. But I certainly do have to resist the urge to want to break off his arm. No, bad reviewer. No, no, no. Don't be breaking off 8-bit Freddy's arm. Sadly, 8-bit Freddy, much like 8-bit Jason, I couldn't find in stores. Comic book stores didn't have it. I had heard that EB Games or GameStop had stocked them at one point. And I think they were exclusives to those stores in the NES colors. So I had to ultimately pick this one up online. Such a strange thing for me to be shopping online, trying to pick up an 8-bit Pop, or a Funko Pop for that matter. I think this is the first and only time I've done that. But I really did want to source these out. I think they're really particularly cool and a lot neater, in all honesty, than the regular Pop vinyl figures that we've gotten. I would almost even pick this one if you were to ask me. If you gave me the Pepsi challenge and you gave me the regular Pop of Freddy versus the 8-bit Freddy, I would choose this one. I would choose Pepsi. If you are interested in picking this one up for yourself, it may be a little harder to come by. Some stores don't just seem to stock it. You may have to pick this one up online, but the price point won't blow you out of the seat. You won't fall over in your chair when you see the price point on these. On average, they're about the same price as a regular Pop vinyl figure, so it definitely won't break your wallet. I would recommend it, though. If you're someone like me that is just really exhausted by Funko Pops, this is a nice alternative, even though it is a Funko Pop. Go figure. Today we were having a look at the Funko 8-bit Pop. This was the Nightmare on Elm Street Pop vinyl figure number 22, and this was Freddy Krueger. Decent. Not really sure which I like more. I don't know. I kind of like the Freddy a little bit more than Jason, but I feel like I'm doing a disservice to Jason. Definitely interested, though, to have a look at the 8-bit renditions in the NES colors, and yes, those reviews will be coming soon. If you guys want to go back and have a look, it's few and far between, mind you. If you want to go back and have a look at some of my other Funko Pop reviews, there's a playlist. Yes, there is a playlist just for that. Make sure as well you swing by the homepage when you finish this video and see if there's any other reviews that you may have missed along the way. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.